Hey everyone, I'm Pancakejae and welcome to my channel. I know, it's been another 8 months of me disappearing, but listen, I have a good explanation for it. To keep it short, I'm trying to adjust to having a full-time job and wanting to make art videos. And with that, I didn't want to upload just for the sake of appeasing YouTube's algorithm. So I wanted to be able to upload stuff that I felt proud of. And on top of that, I didn't like how Pancake looked again. So I went to one of my friends, shout out to Pancakejae on Instagram and Twitter, for designing Pancake's new jacket, and it is so cute. I love it so much. I couldn't have asked for a better new design for Pancake. And I plan on keeping her design and everything consistent like this for the foreseeable future, I hope. Anyways, for now, my future plans would be to make art videos whenever I can, but not to push myself to the point of feeling burnt out, since I do create all the visuals myself and I like to work around the clock to get them done. So I'll try to have more fun when it comes to creating art content. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's get into the Artfight prep. Okay, so boom, it's time to prep for Artfight, and that means giving my OCs full body reference sheets to make sure everyone's lives is easier. Mainly mine. And it's crazy because these OCs have never had full body reference sheets colored in before. So I'm super excited to finish and show these to y'all. So I started out with one of the 4 main characters in my story here. And surprisingly, when it came to giving him a pose and clothes that fit his easygoing personality, it came pretty easy to me, not gonna lie. I usually struggle really hard with drawing guys, mostly because I'm not used to the absolute boring fashion that men are restricted to. Terrible, awful. And I know I could probably try and break those gender conventions. I don't fucking know. For this little guy, everything just came pretty easily, and I love that he made my life so much easier. Also, I thank God for shoe tutorials on TikTok, because I was struggling so hard before when it came to drawing detailed shoes, so I really feel like I did my big one with these one right here. These characters are actually main characters in a story I've been writing since around like 2019, 2020, and they have changed around so much that it's crazy. Like, Ty's design looks completely different than his first iteration, but surprisingly enough, his personality has not changed like at all. He's still a fun-loving, easygoing little menace with his best friend, who you're about to see come up next. The next character is the main protagonist of the story, Penny, who used to go by Primrose and Prim, but I feel like Penny just works so much better for her. She's been rewritten and remade a few times, but I finally have a set idea of how I want her to look and act. Because at first she was in a white crop top with a white bandana and big baggy pants and sneakers. But it never really felt like her, it just felt too plain. So after looking around on Pinterest, I found some art by an artist, I think it's Red99, immediately fell in love with one of his art pieces she had on a big blue jersey and some white shoes. So with some tweaks, of course, with the inspiration of that, I gave her a big jersey with white sleeves, but the rest of it's blue, and big baggy leg warmers to kind of give the impression that like she went in her sister's closet and stole her sister's clothes, so she's wearing her big sister's clothes. But it just fits her rambunctious and just I want to do whatever I want type of attitude. And I honestly, I like it. It fits her so much better than just like the plain outfit I gave her before. The first few poses that I had sketched out for her just felt too open and inviting, and Penny actually does not trust people easily, so I felt like a disconnect to her character, you know? Really off topic, I end up watching Chikawa on TikTok because of my sibling, and I feel like she would adore Hachiware. Alright, so third character on our roster is Aquila, and let me just say she gave me the most trouble when it came to drawing her full reference sheet. First problem, the pose. It was too difficult to translate her skirt properly, so I had to redraw her and her outfit a good 3 to 4 times. Here you'll see me, this first iteration looks good and everything, but it's just her dang skirt. And for some reason, I had a reference of her outfit that I drew out before. I've sketched out her outfit before as some ideas because she's supposed to have like a goth alternative style, but for some reason it just was not translating. So right here, what you see, it doesn't stick around. It's gonna get scrapped. Yep, there it is. After scrapping the first pose and trying again after, I think it was the second day, I finally got the grasp of how I wanted her to be posed. Perfect. And then it's on to the outfit. Her first design that I sketched out, it just was not translating still. And you see, I do like the top, and I did like the mesh, but the skirt and that fuck-ass belt just was not sticking around. No matter how bad I was trying to make it work, it just was not working. So you see me here, I'm trying to, oh, the details on the shoes, you gotta love them. I love them. The details on the shoes are really, really good, but like the skirt just was not working. And I think I'm about to go, after I start messing with anything else, I tried to shorten the skirt, I tried adjusting it. In the end, I just simplified it to make my life so much easier and to not give myself a headache. Because man, I don't know, maybe it's just because she was giving me so much trouble and I had to come back another day. I don't know, just her outfit and that belt were just making me so upset. I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. Honestly, overall, she's still my favorite out of the bunch. Even though she gave me the most trouble, I love how she came out. The only thing I think I'd go back and change is maybe I would add another tendril of hair or a tuft of braid. I would have another piece framing her face, kind of like if you can see it in her reference picture. Because I feel like her face looks a little flat without both pieces, or both bangs, there we go, without both bangs framing her face. But I love her boots, I love her fashion, I love the heart motifs, there we go, that's the word. I love the heart motifs I added. Overall, she's just my favorite overall. And you know what? Maybe the extra pain was worth it. It wasn't. Looking back, she really did take the longest to finish, and it was because of the details I wanted to add, like the braid details in her hair, the shading on her chest and on her boots. And I'm glad I did, but man, I did not expect her to fight me. Alright, last but not least on the lineup today is Elijah. And oh man, this guy gets the least amount of love, which is crazy, because I don't hate him. Don't hate him at all, but like when I was redesigning him, because he did not look like this at first, I struggled so much because I never really knew what direction I wanted to take him. And here you see I'm using Ty as a size reference because he's supposed to be, he is the second tallest. Akila is actually the tallest in the group. I don't know how tall, but I know she's towering over everyone else in the group. So he is the second tallest in the group. I was never really confident in my skills of drawing guys before, but you know, gradually I got better at it. My only problem is a lot of guys' fashion is like really boring. Like it's super boring. Like I was saying for Ty. But for him, I wanted to give him a more streetwear kind of inspired fashion. Especially with like the shoes. Thank God for the TikTok tutorials again. Drawing the pose for him came pretty easy. The problem was color picking. I think I spent too many brain cells with Akila that my color picking skills were just kaputs. So I had to get input from a friend. And you know, thank God I did, because the colors at first were not it. Alright, so that's gonna wrap up this video. I really enjoyed pushing myself to make the visuals for this video, even though it was a little bit stressful trying to get everything done in time. But regardless, I feel really good about it. I really hope you enjoyed everything, and if you're planning on joining Artfight, you should follow me here so you can see all the attacks that I'll be doing. Alright, I'm done yapping your ear off. That's pretty much all I got to say, so I'll see you all later. Bye!